Hello.
Hello.
Hey, Vicky.
Hey. Is it just you and me and Cheryl?
Looks
This
like
is familiar.
it.
I'm studying Cheryl, her PIN number.
Oh, good.
We did have 9 people register, but the
Oh,
governor's thing is still going on right now, I think. I think it goes on till 3.
oh, it does? Dang it.
Yeah, so on Sunday, he scheduled a meeting with the um, tribal leaders from 1:30 to 3. So
Oh, wow.
did that
Okay.
impact your, um,
No, the chap, we had pretty consistently 22, 23 people.
yay, good. We
Yeah, it
had
was good.
14 in the managed care one, which was boring, I think, but actually it was a really good conversation about how managed care organizations need to understand culturally appropriate care
Oh, that's
and
great.
figure out how to include it in how they work in their authorization process. So
Yeah, that's
pretty interesting.
great. Important. Well, we were done with our presentation by 2, and so we just opened it up for questions and maybe even 10 to 2. And we ended up talking the entire time. And you're going to love this. The
That's
very
great.
last question, the very last question. A young woman who asked the majority of the questions, she and Cheryl,
Mhm.
um, she said, well, can there be an MIHCHA? And I'm going, oh my God, it's like I paid you to ask that question. So that was
That's awesome.
fantastic.
Uh-huh. Yes, MIHCHA. Yeah, go team.
Mm-hmm. I know.
Uh-huh.
So she's a young woman. She's one of the tribal liaisons, I think. But
Oh,
she's
right.
very interested in this provider type and interested in CHA. But then she said, well, but will you have a MIH? And she's thinking more doula midwife track, but perfect. That's perfect too. So the question has been asked for us, Vicky. The door has been opened.
Mm-hmm. That's great.
Mm-hmm. So Cheryl, are you on?
Yes, I am.
Oh, good.
Are we the only 3?
Yes,
Oh, dang.
we are the only 3. But did you just get on, or did you hear what Vicky said about the governor's meeting?
I didn't hear the governor's meeting part. I think I just had gotten on just at the very tail end about something about leaders, and that was it.
Well, yeah, after they made the new requirements this weekend, the
Oh,
governor scheduled a meeting with tribal leaders today at 1:30 to 3 to just kind of talk to them about it and how it impacts what they're doing, encourage them. I think the tribes are already doing more measures than than the state
Mm-hmm.
in most
Probably.
cases.
Yeah. I
I
mean,
hope, I was wondering if, because Jim and I, what we normally do for Thanksgiving, we can't do, because it's a whole bunch of people outside your family. We all get together from the herding community, and so we were going to go to Clearwater to the fine dining restaurant for Thanksgiving. But I said, Jim, they have all their protocols are COVID protocols are pretty good, and I think we'll be fine. But if they close the fine dining, then
Mhm.
dang,
Yeah.
I have to then cook.
you have to
Yeah.
cook or find takeout because they can still do
Mhm.
takeout.
You
Yeah,
can
that's a
still do
long way to go
takeout.
for takeout.
Yeah.
Yeah, may not just be
Yeah,
turkey.
Yeah, well, it'd be
yeah,
interesting to see if if the tribal casinos stay open, keep their restaurants open, people are going to have fits. That's what happened last time where local health officers thought the tribes were keeping their casinos opening and violating the governor's order and wanting to do something. And by and large, I think all of them closed until at least June.
yeah.
Yes. It was a long time.
Mhm.
I don't know. It's just depressing. I just
Mhm.
can't take it anymore. I just worry about all the people that are going to be affected by their job.
Mhm.
And so that part's sad. And like my counselor said this morning, we just need to, if we're able to afford it, go and do takeout to support the local restaurants. So,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I know. I agree. I think we definitely were not going in, but we haven't eaten out for a while either. And I do love eating out.
Mhm.
Some of the food that I don't make.
I ate out at the casino one night with my friend Gretchen because we hadn't seen each other since January. And, we were like 20 feet away from the nearest eaters.
Oh, wow.
I felt pretty good about the standards they have out there. But watching people
I
use the
figured
machines and gamble, blah.
Uh,
I figured they probably were going to be pretty strict because I know you guys have been working with them on tribal public health code and stuff,
Mhm.
and I
Definitely.
feel confident to go. I mean, checking your
Mhm.
temperature before you go in, and
Mhm. Oh yeah.
so maybe Jim won't gamble. Maybe we'll just
Yeah, I'd
eat.
be careful about
Hopefully, yeah.
the public health and safety work that tribes have done, is really, you can see the difference. And because a lot of times they're serving our elders, we're a lot more careful about what we do. That I can't remember who said that they're saying that most of the spread in Clown County here was from restaurants who didn't follow the COVID rules.
oh, mhm.
Oh,
And
Wow.
churches. And churches.
Mhm.
oh yeah.
So how was the MIH breakout this morning, Cindy? Anything from there?
I thought that was amazing too, because I mean, Jan did an amazing job as usual with her presentation of bringing all those complex concepts together. And then the panel was just really good. The one um, bad or too bad part was that we were never able to get Cheryl Freiberg on. But we were able to get her daughter. And so it was
Mhm.
really interesting how it was started too. So we started with Barbara Juarez. And so she started from this really broad perspective as a provider and a tribal leader, right? And then we went to Memory, who talked about her work as a doula and how they can't really incorporate Indigenous practices and the racism, but that they encounter and what people need. And then we had Tess Abrahamson as a young mom. And I didn't even know this when we asked her. She's on the MIH work group and she's a young professional too, public health professional, but she had a midwife for her first birth.
Mhm.
And then her second birth, she couldn't, so she had to have a hospital birth. But just for her to speak to that was really interesting. And then Cheryl Freiberg's daughter closed us out, and she just talked about how they are just bringing back traditional practices and home births. And they're doing it through social media, and now other people are reaching out to them and say, well, how do we do this? What should I do? And how can I get the support to have a home birth? And what are you doing? And so it was really amazing,
Yeah.
I thought. But what did you think, Cheryl?
Oh, yeah. I liked how she said that they were incorporating a lot of culture, going back to their history, and that's how she grew up, and culture into the birthing process. And so that really spoke to me and made me think about how important WIC needs to start thinking about that with the tribes, how to start letting the tribes incorporate whatever parts of their culture into providing like nutrition education and health promotion activities and stuff, and
Yes.
not to be so not